And we've got an email here from Jeff in Holland, Michigan, and he writes, I can't always see every image on a web page. There's a little red X that appears. How can I get that image? Well, Jeff, it's really easy. This is what's happening. I've got on my screen right now a web page, and this is what it might look like. This is what we're talking about, that little X that pops up. This could be happening right there at the top of the screen here, these little X's. These are images that aren't being pulled in. And, of course, on your screen it may look different. What's happening is your browser, your web browser, like Internet Explorer, which is what we're using here, is trying to pull in an image from a web page, but then something happens. Something interrupts the process. When something goes wrong, usually you get like an empty box. Sometimes you get a little red exclamation mark. Why does this happen? Well, there's two reasons. The first, the request times out. Because if you're on a slower connection, it's got to pull in everything. It's got to pull in the text, the graphics, all the data on the web page. And if it's taking too long, then it's going to stop loading an image because it just says forget about it. It's taking too long. The second reason why it wouldn't pull in is because the image doesn't exist. So the person who built this web page has an incorrect link here because everything that's pulled in on a web page, I mean, this is a reference here. This is actually a reference that's pulled into this web page, and I don't want to get into the details about it because I want to tell you how you solve these problems. The first way of doing it is just try refreshing the page. Easiest way, tap F5. F5 will refresh the page, and you'll see it kind of blink, but you see the images aren't loading. Maybe there's something that it leads me to believe that there's something wrong. The webmaster, the person who built this web page, there may be something wrong with that image. Another way of doing it is right-clicking on a broken image and selecting Show Picture, that little option right there. It comes in handy, especially, as I said, if you're loading a web page and images don't pull up. Let me show you. I'm going to actually try to interrupt the process. I'm going to go to our homepage, techtv.com/call-for-help, and hit Escape real quick as it loads, if it's going to load. There we go. There we go. Perfect. Now, you see here I've got this little advertisement on the side, but the image isn't displayed over here on the right-hand side. Now, if I right-click on this, since the image isn't showing up, I can show the picture, and as soon as I do that, look what comes. Look, the picture pulled in. Perfect. Now, let's say it didn't pull in. You still get that little red X and nothing's happening. You might want to email the person who's responsible for the site to let them know that there's a bad image link or a bad image reference somewhere on their site. And, 9 times out of 10, they'll be happy that you did that. I hope that helps. If you have a question, no matter how simple you think it is, we'll try to answer it on the air. Head to our website for details, techtv.com/call-for-help, where hopefully all the images will pull in just fine for you. Oh, my eyebrow